Rockwell podcast, episode 50. We're in the late 50s here. I'm gonna get the episode numbers right eventually, but we have a very, very special guest on the show. It's actually a monumental guest because y'all know I love cooking, and I'm a fan of the two things I'm the biggest fan of is chefs and artists, because I can't do either one. So everybody, let's make some noise for Chef Chosen One. Chef Chosen in the building. One time, let's go. Woo! How you doing, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. How about you?
I'm good, man. And if you don't mind, your real name is David Jean-Louis, right?
Yeah, David Jean-Louis.
Don't you think that sounds like a chef's name, like a restaurant?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely do. Because if I ever start doing like catering and stuff, that's kind of like my thing. It's called like Jean-Louis Cuisine and some stuff like that.
Nice, man. And it's like Wolfgang Puck and shit. That's a crazy name, and that worked for it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And yeah, I want to like where you located at, first of all, because I see this man's Instagram every day in the morning when I wake up, because I know you're on the East Coast, and I get hungry every time I see your Instagram. It looks fucking delicious. And don't mind me if I curse. If you want me to start cursing, I won't curse.
Nah. You straight, man. You straight.
Yeah, like where you located at?
I'm in Florida, Tampa, Florida to be exact.
Okay. How'd you get into cooking, bro? Because like that was one of my goals during the quarantine. I have not made any progress. And so how old were you when you got into it? And like what made you, what was attractive about cooking to you?
Man, if I'm being honest here, I cooked my first meal when I was 7. It wasn't nothing special. It was just spaghetti. I was in Haiti at the time. I didn't had no interest in cooking. I was just hungry, so I made spaghetti. And in high school and even middle school, I used to cook and stuff. I never really took it serious. It wasn't until I got a job going into my senior year of high school at a seafood restaurant, and I was a server. And I was like, oh, I got knife skills too. I told that to the head cook, my manager, and he was like, okay, we'll train you. And ever since then, he's been training me and stuff. And I go home and practice the stuff. I'm like, damn, I kind of like this stuff. So I started doing it. Even when I graduated high school, I didn't go straight into culinary school. I went to the University of Alabama for like physical therapy. Then I realized, man, this thing's too expensive. Mm-hmm. So I go back home, spend like a year not doing anything, just like working, saving up money for a car. And I was like, let me go ahead and join culinary school, man. And I did, and eventually I started practicing more, and I started getting better. So that's kind of how I got into it, like a short story.
Did your high school give culinary classes? I always wonder about that, because on TV they always show that these high schools have like home ec and shit. And I'm like, yo, I never had no home ec in my high school. Did your high school have that?
Oh yeah, they did have culinary. I took culinary 1 in high school, like my junior year, but I wasn't into it like that. I always liked cooking, but I wasn't into it. Like I always had the thought like becoming a chef, but I was like, man, that's just like a passion, never like a career. But I didn't take it seriously in high school. I only took like 1 year of it. So I wish I had taken more serious though.
That's what's up though. It don't matter. Like it's like there's actors who never took drama in high school, or like famous actors and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's just interesting because like I went to like a different kind of high school, and I was like, man, I wish we had a fucking home ec, or like I always wanted to learn how to cook. Let me ask you this. So what do you think in your brain? Do you think it's like your ability to be organized, or your ability to create and make something out of nothing? What do you think in your personal brain attracts you to cooking and making shit and having the patience to like, I've seen your TikTok videos. I love your cat. Very nice. Your shit is super swagged out. We'll talk about all that
very
shit.
Very nice.
Yeah, shit hard, bro. That's marketing, bro. That shit is gonna attract way more, like way more people. And yeah, so what do you think in your brain drew you to the art? Because I do consider it art. Culinary art is a real thing. It's an art. So what do you think like in your brain drew you to that? And yeah.
Like you saying like what bring me to like making the videos, or
no, to cooking like what do you think, like what do you like so much about it?
Oh, cooking. Well, first of all, everybody likes food, right? And I just I feel like the thing about food is you can use the same thing and create so many different things with it. And I just like, cause it's kind of like a restaurant thing. The more you use something, the more money you save, because you buy that same thing and you sell so many things off of it. I just like using different stuff, bringing it together, and like creating like an art, because it is an art. A lot of people just cook, but if anybody knows me, anybody who's around me, when I'm like plating, I'm like real just serious about it, because like every little details matter when you like plating your food. Unless I'm like making like a snack, something, I just throw it on the plate. If I'm like making something, I'm about to take the picture, I need that camera angle to be right. I need the lighting to be right. I need my plating to be right. Because if anything's off of it, you gotta like start from scratch, or like when you put in like a sauce or something, you have to like put it really nice. So, and I'm still practicing my plating. Somebody I watch a lot is Chef Sibo. I learned a lot of my plating skills from him. He's like a personal chef in LA. Shout out to him. He be giving me advice and stuff. So yeah, I learned a lot of things from him.
What's his Instagram? What's his ad?
His ad is Chef Sibo. Chef Sibo.
Okay.
He be cooking for like I'm talking like big time athletes. He's
Mm-hmm.
cooking for like Aaron Donald right now, who was just like defensive player of the year in the NFL. And he's cooked for Westbrook, Jimmy Butler. So he's big time. He's big time. He's like one of my role models, somebody I look up to.
How'd you get in touch with him? Because that's smart that you did get in touch with him. How did you get in touch?
Because I got in touch with him through Westbrook, because I follow Westbrook. I didn't follow him, but I love basketball. So, I follow Westbrook. And then Westbrook posted a video. I guess him and Westbrook are really cool. And he tagged him. I'm like, damn, that's kind of like what I want to do, be like a personal chef for athletes, like stuff like that. And I went on his page, I just, and at the time I was already in culinary school, taking a culinary series. So let me go ahead and text him and see if he responds. So, I text, I'm like, what's up? I'm just like, I'm a young chef, upcoming chef. So if you got any advice for me, blah, blah, blah. And after like a day, he answers, and he was like, oh man, sorry, I just seen this. And we just started talking from here. I don't text him like a whole lot. I only text him like from here and there. I don't want to bother the dude. I know he's a busy man. So ask him for advice and stuff like that. But yeah, he's real dope, man. He's real dope.
I'm so super glad you mentioned that, because like, our podcast is like a Renaissance podcast to everybody. And I always tell our listeners, especially young Hollywood and young everybody, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for advice. A lot of people have a lot of pride, or what if they don't respond?
Oh yeah.
Shit like that. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's proof right there that like just reaching out does not hurt. You don't lose anything by reaching out. And somebody who's that,
right.
That somebody who's that, what's the word? Like solidified, like, and he's willing to give you. A lot of mentors want to be mentors, and they just need somebody to hit them up. So that's dope that you.
It is crazy, because there's a lot of chefs on Instagram, and I've texted a few. And to be honest, Chef Sibo is like the only chef that answered me. And there's like, and I've texted chef who's like nowhere near as successful as he is, and they hasn't answered me. I don't know if it's because they don't see it, or it's because they don't want to. It's not like their thing. But yeah, with Chef Sibo, he's real, man. He texted me back. I also tell him if he's ever down in Florida or Orlando cooking up and he needs somebody to wash dishes, I told him I'm there. I'm just trying to get my foot in the game.
That's dope. And what you just mentioned is law of averages. It's like a sales technique. Like when people go door to door with sales, or like even like Jehovah's Witness, like whatever, it's like law of averages, bro. So you probably hit up like 100 people, and one hits you back. That's all that matters. One hits you back, and like
right. That's all that matters. I'll be texting them Tampa Bay Bucks players, man. I've had one that answered me because I was like for meal prep, but he was like he doesn't need that right now. So I'm just waiting for that yes to get my foot in the door. So I don't care if I do it for free. At this point, if I do it for free, I'll show you how good my food is. Eventually, you want to pay for it. So
smart. And you mentioned something like where like it's I feel like you're a perfectionist. I feel like that's a big attribute or trait in chefs. And I'm not gonna call you a cook. I'm gonna call you a chef. I'm gonna call you a culinary chef. I don't know what's the right term that you like to be called, because it's a value.
I mean, you can call me chef. I like being. I mean, people around me they just call me my name, but people
yeah. But like, what's the title of like? Like, you know how like on Subway they call them sandwich artists? That's kind of like overpraise. They're not really sandwich artists, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, so what's like is what's the prestigious name? Like a chef is a prestigious name instead of a cook, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Got you.
Hmm.
All right, and then let me ask you this. So you talked about that, and that's the one thing I have a flaw in, and I'm just not organized, bro. And it's you know, people could change. I can change that attribute. I
Yeah.
can, yeah, I'm not organized today, but tomorrow I can. And that's the problem I've been having with cooking, which I love. When I watch your videos, when I watch, I'm like, damn, this is like beautiful. Like it's art to me. And it's like, dude, I'm watching you cook it, chop it up, and you do it really well. You show the whole process. Like, when did you first get into TikTok? Because your TikTok page is popping. I fuck with it.
Man, I first got into TikTok like when everybody started quarantining.
Mm.
I got laid off by like my job and stuff, and I was like, damn, I don't know what to do. So I was like, I wasn't really working anything. Like I had nothing to take up my time. I was just chilling, game, nothing really. And then I made like one video about my food on TikTok, nothing serious at all. And I was just doing like really stupid videos. I didn't know what exposure it could get me at the time. So I was just doing it, just really stupid videos of my food with the music in the background. It was really bad editing. And then, and I'm posting it. I'm not getting a lot of views. I'm like, man, fuck this thing, blah, blah. And I keep seeing other people now, since I'm posting food, I start seeing other people's TikTok and it's food. And I'm like, man, they showing how to do it. I'm like, I could do this. So, okay, so I start taking a little bit more serious and the TikTok it's not as good. It's still music in the background. So I'm like, damn, why can't my videos pop off like I want them to? And I'm like, damn, my shit like it look better than some people on here. So my girl was like, because I was talking to my girl was like, oh, a lot of people when you do like videos like that, they kind of like want to feel like they know you. So they kind of want to hear your voice sometimes, kind of want to see your face. Cause like when you do that kind of stuff, YouTube, people like want to know your personality. So they have a way to connect with you, stuff like that. I said, cool. So I did a video. I think it was my burger video. It was like a 2-pound burger. I was like, damn, I gotta do something big. So I get 2-pound burger. Mind you now, I'm not working. So I'm just working. I'm like buying all this stuff off my savings, shit that I don't really want. Like a 2-pound burger. I'm not gonna eat that. But anyway, I go buy it and I cook it and I make like a voiceover for it. And right off the bat, they got and I got way more views than I did on the other ones. It wasn't a lot. It didn't even reach 1,000. It was 900 views. And I got hyped off of that because
That's a
on my other
lot.
videos,
That's a lot to me.
yeah, on my other videos, it was just getting like 10, 15. I'm like, damn, that voiceover I did, like it got me 900, almost 1,000. So I went ahead and tell my girl, and she was like, oh yeah. She was like, yeah, okay, that shit worked. I said, bet. So next video I make, voiceover. Next video I make, voiceover. And I started like saying like very nice. I started saying very nice. And people start catching on to it. And I'm still not getting views, but I'm getting a little bit of followers, just a little bit. Then I did like a fish sandwich. It was like a catfish sandwich. And then I did a voiceover on it. They had slaw on it and everything. Out of everything, I would expect something else to blow off more than the fish sandwich. But people just want like shit that they could make, like shit that's easy. And that shit, like, at first it didn't blow. It had like 87 views for like 6 hours. I'm like, man, that was a waste of my time. I bought all this shit. So I was watching the show. I think it was Game of Thrones. Because I'm still trying to look at TikTok. I'm going on TikTok every 5 minutes, seeing if it blow up. At 3 a.m., I swear to God, I go on it, that shit say 5,000. I'm like, 5,000? I go on it again, it says 15,000. I go on it again, it says 32,000. And then boom, boom. Before I went to sleep, that shit hit over 100K. And I woke up. I woke up, that shit was saying 200K, 300K. Eventually, ended up hitting 1 million views. That was my viral video who ended up getting me a bunch of followers.
I didn't even know about that, bro. I'm hitting you up because I do have a TikTok. I don't even follow. I just made a TikTok. I don't even follow you. I just watch your TikTok videos when you post. I had no idea about this, that you have 1 million views on a video. And that's super interesting.
That was crazy.
That's crazy, bro. And what do you think, like, because that's a big factor in everybody, in females too, models, everybody, especially in LA. what do you think? Okay, because everybody checks their shit every 5 minutes, and that shit gets like annoying. You get discouraged. What do you think? What changed in those out? Like, do you not know, or do you know? Like, what made that shit propel like that?
I don't know, man. I don't know how TikTok works. I think it's off like people who sends it to their friends, or the more they watch it, the longer they watch it, the more views it's gonna get and stuff like that. But yeah, after that video, my page was really blowing up until like 2 months ago. My shit started going down ever since like there was like a threat on like taking TikTok down or something.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess it
yeah.
like
I
changed
saw
the
you did a funny video
algorithm.
about that too. You said some shit like, "Damn, I just got on TikTok. I follow you heavy, bro, and I watch all your shit." And you're like,
Oh yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah.
you
Yeah, I
just
be
got on
seeing you
TikTok. They
comment.
gotta shut it down." Damn.
But yeah, yeah. So they start like my views start going down. I'm like, damn. And that's when I just had find out like if you reach 100K followers, like brands could reach out to you and you could like sponsor. So I'm like, damn. As soon as I'm close to hitting 100, that's when like my shit started going down. I used to gain like 3,000 followers every day on TikTok. Then I started gaining like 100, 200. I'm like, damn, what's happening? I don't know if it was my videos, it was the algorithm. So I kept at first I was like, let me chill, because I was spending a lot of money on shit that I don't really eat. So I went ahead again. I started making videos, and all of them don't get the same amount of views. I feel like the more TikTok is, the more you make, the more you post, the more exposure you're gonna get. So yeah, I posted a couple of videos lately, and they blew it up. So I think that's a good thing.
I'm glad you mentioned that too, because all your videos, it's like when girls post their bikini pics, and it's like, oh, that shit got like a 1,000 likes, and they post like something like an inspirational quote. It's like mad less. It's like
Oh
34.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like we shouldn't even trip about that shit. That's Gary Vee talk about that shit all the time. Like we shouldn't even trip about that. Just keep posting and don't pay attention to the views. What do you think about? And I know what I think about it, but you like once you hit the voiceover shit, what in your opinion, why do you think that translated so much to the audience?
I think it's the way I was talking. Like I've heard that I sound southern sometimes, and
That's a fact.
sometimes like in some words, I guess. And
Yeah.
like looking back at it, I kind of do, because like when I was making the voiceover, I wasn't purposely saying, okay, I'm gonna like talk southern in the video. I just started talking, and eventually people was like, "Are you from Louisiana?" I'm like, "Nah, it's just." A lot of people think I'm over
I think
exaggerating,
you
or
New
I'm like,
Orleans, you seem like a New Orleans guy. Like I know a lot of
"Oh yeah, yeah." I
yeah.
mean, basically, there's a lot of Haitians in New Orleans. I'm Haitian,
Oh,
so.
you're Haitian. There you go. Okay, that's what's up. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah. So like, I don't know, man. I don't purposely do it. I just do it, and it just comes out like that. So
And
I
yeah,
made a video about it. A lot of people think if that's how I really sound, but it is. Like when I talk about food, it is how I sound. I get like real deal excited when I
yeah.
talk about food.
I'm so glad you said that too, because for our audience, it's about being yourself. You got to be yourself, no matter what you put
Yeah.
out there. Like, yeah, this man was being himself, and he doesn't even know. And that's what I'm hearing a lot. It's like people don't even know, because when you're being yourself, it's true authenticity. So you're being
Nice.
yourself, right?
I've had people like comment saying like, "Oh, I put your videos on mute because I don't like your voice." I'm like, I mean, I don't care, man. It's like, oh, it was like, oh, it was this man. He was like, oh, you could be doing something great here if you didn't like talk like this. I'm like, only thing I know how to do is be myself. So like, if you don't like it, I didn't say all that. I was the only thing I know how to be myself. So if you don't like it, you can just swipe on. You feel me? So
No.
it is what it is. Like you can't have everybody fucking with you. Some gonna fuck with you, some ain't gonna fuck with you. So
And
it
the
is
more
what it is.
more views you hit, right? Like especially you hit 1 million views on TikTok. Like the
Oh
more
yeah,
views
yeah.
you
So
get,
like,
there's gonna be a lot more haters, and that's a good thing, don't you think? Like that you have
oh
like
yeah. Sometimes
nobody's
like,
hating you when you're not doing nothing. Yeah.
man, people are just they be bugging on these kind of on these kind of social media, because sometimes I'll do something purposefully just to give them something to talk about, and you'll just see all of them talking about it under there, like, all right, thank you, idiot. I mean, I ain't calling them idiots, but like, thank you, like, for
They are
commenting on
idiots.
my stuff, because the more comments I get, the more publicity I'm gonna get. So thank you. I do it purposefully sometimes.
What's your goals? Like I know what I could see you doing, but that's just me from the outside looking in. What's your goals with cooking? I want like your long-term goals. You'll be good,
Man,
bro.
the goal right now, especially in the situation I'm in now, I'm trying to like, first of all, I'm trying to trade in my car to get like a little pickup truck so I can get this food cart and basically just go sell breakfast food downtown in the morning up until like noon. And then if I could like have private dinners or like personal chef services in the afternoon, that would be great. But that's like the short term goal for right now. But I really just want to be a private chef. Hopefully, I mean, preferably for athletes or preferably for basketball players because I just love basketball and I just want to be around the players and shit like that. But but yeah, the goal right now is to like get this truck and get this food cart and get on the road with it and see what I could do. I'm actually I just got approved to sell like my own seasoning rubs. I had applied for that, so that's what I'm gonna have coming out soon too. I'm calling it very nice seasonings.
Hard.
So
That's hard. I fuck with
so
that.
that's
Hard.
so that's what I'm gonna be working now in like the next month or so. And I also got this because on my TikTok I'm gonna try to do more like elevating videos, like inspiring others, uplifting others, because that's what I'm all about. So that I want to do cooking and uplift others. I've tried like a couple of years back, but I had stopped. Like my motto is like elevate above hate. And it doesn't even have to be hate. It's just elevate above anything that's that's trying to keep you down. As challenges, obstacles, or people that's hating on you, just elevate above it. That's like my motto. If you go like on my Instagram, you'll see it. It'll say elevate above hate. And I also like, I'm trying to start a brand with that. And right now I'm just trying to like do some like baseball caps. So I got those coming in. I'm gonna try to sell those and stuff and see what happens.
I feel like you're very entrepreneurial. I feel like you're making a big shift that you don't even recognize yet. I feel like you're the first of your kind. I haven't seen too many people market themselves. Like I know Saul Bay, people like that, right? Like that. But like I haven't seen nobody, especially the way you do it. It's like I can relate to it. Like I like the way you talk, and you just seem like a normal dude. You're not like what's the other chef? There's like those older chefs that I don't really relate to. I feel like you're the new school wave of the chefs. Let me ask
Oh
you
yeah.
this. Let me ask you this though. What about Tom Brady, bro? Where you located in Florida?
Yeah, top man. I've joked with my coworkers that I'm gonna go. Hold on, let me put my phone in the charger, man, before this thing dies.
No worries.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah,
Let me know when you need to go too. And just tell me.
No, you good. I'm just trying to get this phone on the charger. It's on 2%. My phone, the battery's terrible, man.
No, that's how it goes with me, though. Like my shit's gonna die soon too, but it's all good.
Oh yeah, but what I was saying, I was joking with my friends. I'm like, man, Tom Brady he literally lives like 20 minutes away from where I work. I don't know where, but I know it's called like Davis Island. I was joking. I'm like, man, I'm gonna sit up outside this man's house with a poster saying, "Let me cook for you for free, and if you like it, you just gotta post me on Instagram." But I've joked about it, but hey, you never know, man. One day I might go out there. I know I hired extra security because people pulled up on boats behind his house and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna be on the boat. I'm just gonna be with a poster card saying, "Let me cook for you." Hopefully they don't call the cops on me.
Bruh, I think that's a genius idea. I think you're gonna make that shit happen. And I think that's smart as fuck, bro. Like because he need a chef. I know he already brought his personal chef, whoever he got already, but it doesn't hurt at the end of the day. That's what I mean. It's like, bro,
For real.
Either way, at least he'll give you a shout out or a post. And bro, I can see you actually. You'll cook for once he retires. You'll cook for people way beyond him. But like I know Tom Brady's great all the time. But I'm saying like like you'll cook for people even greater than right now. How close are you to the bubble? That seems like are you close to the bubble, the NBA bubble?
I mean, that's all right. It's in Orlando. That's like an hour and hour and 45, hour 30.
Okay, got you. But shit like that too, like it's popping out there and like.
Man,
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn, they got the bubble in Orlando. I should just drive up there. But I don't know how it works. I don't know if they let people get close to it since it's like quarantine and shit, all that shit. But
that's true, bro. And I like your you want to be a person chef for somebody. And then, man, what about you ever see yourself opening your own restaurant? And then let me ask you the follow-up question to that is like when you do open up your restaurant, you don't have to cook, right? Like, so how does that work? Like, you just tell the chefs your recipes and shit? Is that a goal? I'm just
Well, like,
curious.
I mean, I've been working in a restaurant. It's pretty cool, but restaurant work is like hard work. It's like, it's not like really hard work. It's just a lot of time. Like, it takes up a lot of your time, like 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, like almost like every day, and you like barely have weekends. So I've always said I don't want to work at a restaurant. That's why I want to be a personal chef. But like later in the years, I wouldn't mind owning a restaurant, but I don't think it works like you have to like give your like recipes away or anything. I feel like when you hire an executive chef or like a chef or whatever, they are the one that like they will come up with the recipes, they will come up with the menus. Like if you're a big boss like that, you know, if you're not working there, but if you're working there, obviously you're gonna have to be cooking or managing. But if you got money like that to open a restaurant and hire executive chef, sous chef, and all that stuff, they'll take care of all that for you. And all you gotta worry about is your check coming to you in the
That's true,
restaurant.
but like, don't you want, like, if you did do that, and like you're right, because a lot of people, because one of my dreams when I be watching TV shows and shit, I'm like, damn, I would love to own a restaurant, but everybody said the same shit you just said. Even owning a restaurant takes a lot of your time.
Oh yeah, and the rules and regulation, the laws, and all that stuff, man. It's like they drain. It's like they don't want you to open the restaurant because all this rules they got set up for you. So it's hard, but
yeah. This is my last celebrity shout out I'm gonna give to you. What about Rick Ross? You ever holler at him? Because I feel like he fuck with you heavy.
Man, I think I've hollered at Rick Ross, but I fuck with Rick Ross, man. Rick Ross is in my top 5 rappers. I ain't saying this to debate with anybody, but Rick Ross that deal, man. I feel like his delivery and music is just like, it's just dope. How his voice come on and stuff like that. I feel like that's what made me like him. But I think I reached out to Rick Ross. I reached out to a lot of people in Florida.
Or Cali.
I think I reached out to Clyde. I think I reached out to
all 3 of them. One of them gonna fuck with you.
Man, Cali, you know what's crazy?
Clyde, Rick Ross.
What's his name? Dave Bautista. I don't know if you know him, the wrestler.
The wrestler, yeah.
I actually know where he stays. Like, I know the exact place. I just feel like really weird, like going up to his shit, cause he just be riding around motorcycles and shit around the neighborhood. I know his exact house, but I ain't trying to get up hard on me, man.
I feel like if it was Ross gives that co-sign and they be opening mad restaurants in Florida, from what I hear, like, and Cali, I need to go head out to Florida. I'm gonna hit you up when I head out to Florida on those days.
Right.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I feel like if Ross put like, it's game over then. Once Ross shouts you out, bro, because he had like Wingstop, and he Khaled got his own. I forgot what finger licking, right? That shit still exists? I don't even know finger licking.
I don't know if Khaled got any restaurant. Only thing I know, I think Rick Ross, like, he owns like a couple like Wingstops or something like that. He owns like a couple of them.
Yeah.
Throughout Florida.
Hey, what's your favorite food to cook? Like, cause I've seen you, I've seen every day you have chicken Alfredo, then you have wings, then you have every single fucking category. Like, what's your favorite shit that you like to cook?
My favorite shit, I like cooking seafood, man. Cause seafood is like it's like real simple to cook. Cause it's like it has its own flavor, so you don't have to like go overboard with the seasoning. You just got to be like real simple with it. If I'm like saying a dish in general, every time I get asked this question, I answer the same one. It'll be like sauteed snapper over like Italian spinach and over like garlic mashed potatoes. It's like really flavorful. It's like real simple too. It's not unhealthy, but it's good feeling food at the same time.
Word. Very, very nice, bro.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'm gonna jack that. I'm gonna steal that catchphrase. That shit hard. I'm just playing, but that shit hard.
Nah, you straight. It's crazy because people be on my TikTok in the comments be like, open a restaurant. And I'm just gonna pull out, a couple $1,000, couple $100,000. I'm just gonna open a restaurant. But I be understanding what they saying. I know what they be saying. Like, in the future, you should open a restaurant.
Yeah, they believe you. Yeah. Your fans don't know how it works, bro. Everybody just think it's like it's that easy.
Oh, yeah, just open. And even to start a food truck, like a good food truck with everything installed in it, it's like $35,000 to buy it.
Damn, bro. I used to dream about shit like that too, just to own one. LA is really, especially on Wilshire and Third, like next to part of the
Mhm.
Third. That's where I used to live. Food truck
Okay.
is heavy. It's a heavy game over there, and I always wondered how it works. But yeah, that takes a big investment. But once you have somebody to back you, bro, and like your charisma, the way you promote yourself, that's a new wave of chefs right now. And I think that that's gonna help you heavy. Like once one person, you keep doing your thing, but one person is gonna
Yep.
fuck with you. That's gonna fund you, bro.
Yeah, that's all I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting on that one shot.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
waiting
seen
on
a
that one
video.
shot.
I seen a photo the other day too, and that's all. I fuck with you, bro. I could. This is the thing with Instagram, and I just, during the quarantine, I just started like meeting people on Instagram and shit. And I could
Uh-huh.
tell you, I could understand your spirit. You said you put a post like, "Man, I want to make my parents rich." Could you elaborate on that? Cause I felt that shit, bro.
Man, my parents got like they got 8 kids that they own, but they got 9 in general. Right? I'm the last out of 9 kids. So like my parents are like in their 60s. And like we was in Haiti at first. And after the earthquake and all that stuff, like me and my family, we went through a lot, but I'm pretty sure there's like a whole bunch of other people that went through way worse than we did. But it is like when we was in Miami, my dad was like he was making like Haitian currency money, and he was changing into American money to pay like or rent here for like a good amount of time for like a good 3 years. And I don't know if people know how much it is, but like a dollar here, like at a dollar here is like $18 in Haiti. So he was making what he was making to like pay for us. And then my mom, I know they just invested so much in us, so much in me. My mom has like traveled anyway. Like my mom would visit us because I don't stay with my parents. My sisters raised me. Shout out to them. And so like when my mom would come, she would get on airplanes. If she had to get on get on the airplane, then get on the train, or get on the airplane, then get on the bus. No matter what she did, she's still gonna find a way to find us, spending all this money to come see their kids and stuff like that, and sending us money and stuff like that. So, and my parents, they didn't grow up rich. They didn't, they had to struggle for what they had to support us. So and stuff like that. So when I think about money, when I say I want to have money, a lot of people just think, oh, I just want money to buy this fancy ass car, or money to buy this fancy ass jewelry. When I think of money, I just think of what I could do with it. And the first thing I would do if I ever got a lot of money is like change my parents' life, make sure like like they straight forever. Like they lived in that house that they lived in Haiti for like years, and if you look at that house, man, the house is like it's just broken down, and they never ask us for anything. They always doing that's like trying to send us money, and we know that they don't got it. So that's what that's all about, man. Everything I do right now, I don't look at it. I'm doing it for me. Yeah, I'm doing it for my future, but it's like way bigger than me. It's for like my parents. So I'll do like anything for my parents. After they straight, then I'm gonna make sure I'm straight. So that's how I see it.
That's a
Cause they,
fact, and that's a real man right there. I respect the shit out of that for real, and I love that you're transparent, you're vulnerable on because like you said your girl said like you have to show more of your personality. I got to do more of that for myself because I just post my videos and I don't really because I'm private but you're right like you said like ever since you show more of like that's what drew me to you. I was like, man, it's a real dude. He's vulnerable. He's showing what his goals are. He don't give a fuck. Like you don't give a fuck what if people hate on you. I think that's really, especially as a chef, bro. That's a new way of going about it, and you're showing your goals, and you're utilizing social media in the way it's supposed to be utilized. So I commend you for that, man.
and that's a new thing though, cause I didn't always have that much like, confidence in myself to post on my IG and stuff. Cause if you like on my IG, I used to post my food, but it was never videos. It was just like pictures. You feel me? And
Mm-hmm.
ever since high school, I've always been like a jokey person, shit like that. And I've had friends that joke with me like, "You make a good like a TV character or some shit like that." And I'm like, I'm not gonna go on Instagram and start posting shit like that because it's straight up people that I know I'm gonna go to high school and see. So TikTok like really got me going because I know if I put it on TikTok, I'm not putting it directly out to like people that like know me directly. I'm just putting it out to the world. And like, you know, at first I never used to post my TikTok videos on my Instagram. It wasn't until I blow up because you know I was insecure about that. It wasn't until I blowed up, then I started posting. I'm like, okay, anybody who talks shit now, I don't really give a fuck because my shit going up, so I don't really care. I don't even feel shit no more. Yep. And those people, I remember I used to post my food pictures all the time. You know, I used to get like 30, 40 likes. Now I'm posting that shit, I'm getting like 3, 4, 500 likes. But shout out to, I don't know who run Funny Hood videos, but they had posted
Funny
me.
Hood?
Yeah, they had like
Funny
Hood
videos,
I think it's called.
No,
I don't know who runs them, but shout out to them. They posted me twice, and off of them, I gained like 5,000 followers.
That's what's up. See, this shit can change like that, bro. And I'm so glad you're giving a lot of knowledge. You don't even know you're giving a lot of knowledge to people, like, cause on TikTok, like that's a big thing that people deal with, like on Instagram and even Facebook. I don't even fuck with Facebook because that's too many people I know, and it's it became too like, yo, you got to be able to be free. So what I think that happened with you is when you got on TikTok, you was free, and then you're able to pick food. All right, this video got a lot of views. They fuck with this one. It's none of your homeboys are gonna hate on you and shit. And so you put, and then you can post that on Instagram. Very, very, very smart. Very smart. You know how you say very nice? That's very smart. But yeah, very smart. Yeah, 100%. Let me ask you this though, real quick. I know a lot of homeboys. They're probably, man, what you cooking? What you doing? Like, did you have to deal with that stigma of like, oh, that's some girl shit. You cooking, and like,
man, I never had like my homeboys saying that shit like directly to me, but you know, like I went to high school. All my homeboys, you know, they play like football or like I've always loved basketball, so I knew I was gonna play basketball in high school. But I didn't know I was gonna play football. I only played football because my homeboys play. So because after school I had nobody to hang out with. So like all my homeboys, you know, they was talking about, you know, going to college and you know trying to make it to the NFL. Going to college, trying to make it to the NFL. If I had 10 homeboys, all 10 of them was going to the college and making it to the NFL. And my dream was never that. At one time, my dream was to make it to the NBA, but at one point I realized, okay, the NBA ain't for me. But I quickly realized that.
Bro. I was supposed to be 6'6". That was my dream too. I was supposed to be 6'6". I'm 5'11". And yeah, I'm nice with basketball. But anyways, I just have to let my audience know I'm nice with it.
Yeah, no, you straight. You straight, but yeah, anyway, I never felt pressure to like, you know, follow them and to be trying to go into college and play football or anything like that. Cause you know, that was never my dream. And I wasn't even that good at football anyway. If we played 400 worth of minutes of football for that team, I probably played like 30 minutes of it. I was garbage. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I looked big and stuff, so people thought I was like this, you know, this really good athlete.
How tall are you?
But you said what?
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
I can never tell on Zooms and shit. I always wonder how tall.
Yeah. I'm like 5'9", 5'10". I'm not tall at all. But you know, I'm looking at my friends and stuff. You know, they getting all this clout from high school and stuff. Cause some of them was really good. You know, they getting a clout. They starting. I'm like, damn, that ain't really my shit. But you know, so like when I started cooking and shit, like really taking it serious, I ain't really get none of my homeboys joking at me and shit. They were joking so they could cook at me, but that was it. I feel like my homeboys was real supportive when it came to me posting my shit. Sometimes they wanted discounts on my food when I was selling plates, but I wouldn't give it. I felt like they should pay the full price. But after talking to their ass, they would pay the full price. They're still trying to get discounts, but yeah, but I will say though, I felt like weird about it because it was always like from where I'm from, you always had to have this kind of like sporty kind of content on your page. Like I see my homeboys, you know, they posting like football pictures, working out pictures. So at one point I was like, damn, I don't really play football anymore. And I got this high school football shit on my page. I'm like, man, let me go ahead and archive this shit and start posting my food because it's what I do, you know? So, yeah. So hopefully that answers the question.
You answered that perfectly. You get that's how I deal with my shit, bro. If I'm not like I do music, right? And if I'm not in music mode, I'm gonna post my podcast shit, and then I archive my music shit. And I go back to music, and I'm gonna record I'm recording my album right now. But yeah, I don't want to promote my old shit. That like you giving really good gems to the people that I don't even think you understand that you're giving good. Because this is how this shit works, bro. Everything you're saying is so like simple. You're making it so simple, and that's how it is. It is simple, but people make it more complicated than it is. It's like, all right, bro, once you done one thing, stop posting. You done with football. I feel like an injury. Like, I don't like rap as much as I used to. I like doing the podcast shit, bro. And it's my choice, bro. It's just how I feel. So, yeah, that's the way I'm going. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna post my podcast and I'm archiving all my music. Then I'll come back to it. That's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: with you and your girl, who cooks the most?
Me. I mean, me and my girl,
Because you're a
we don't
chef.
live.
You're a chef, though. That's why, right?
Yeah, we don't live together, anything like that.
Is she
But
over
even
there
if
right
we
now?
did, you said what?
Is she around you? Can we just say what's up?
She was, but she just left the room.
Oh, where? We just want to say what's up. I'm by myself, but I'm saying we as a podcast, we want to say what's up to her because we
Oh yeah. If she comes back here, I'll let her
for
know.
sure, for sure, yeah. But yeah, so
But
you
yeah,
cook,
man.
you cook.
You said what?
You cook it like when you guys kick it, like you cook, or you say you don't really cook at home.
I mean, I mean, she'll come to my house and I'll tell her, come over here and cook. I mean, come over here and watch me cook. And, because at first, when shit's all goody, we first start dating and shit. She want to see me cook and stuff like that. But now she don't. She comes and watch me and stuff. But sometimes, she get pissed off at me because I don't snap, but I like snap because she'll be around the kitchen in my way and I'm trying to go because because I have this mood switch. Like when I'm about to play, she be around here trying to tape shit. I'm like, I'll be like, out the way, like I'm trying to go, and she's holding the camera wrong, she's taking the picture wrong, holding the light wrong. I'm gonna spaz because that's my shit, that's my career. That's how I'm gonna make my money and shit. So she takes me serious and she's like real deal supportive. But I cook more. I cook better too.
Hey, why you think there's like when I watched Gordon Ramsay, that's the chef I was thinking about earlier. Why you think why you guys snap like that? And I want to know because I think this is a validated, justified reason. And like Gordon Ramsay, like all these cooks be mad, mean, and yelling at everybody. I want to understand that part of this shit.
I don't think I would be mean to like strangers and shit, but I will be like real deal serious. I don't know why it triggers it. It's because I feel like as chef, like people pay us to like do a job, and we want to do it right, and they're expecting us to not only do it right, but to like outdo their expectations. Because we're chefs, we're supposed to create something that makes them go wow. I mean, at my job right now, I'm not a chef at my job. I'm like a head cook. I cook like fried food, like basic shit. But I still take it like serious because at the end of the day, these people are paying money, so I want to give them their best experience. I had, for example, my homeboy. He was like, he was in the kitchen with me. He was usually mostly the dishwasher sometimes, but the manager would leave us back there, and he'll think it's all fun and games because the manager's not here. David is his homeboy. I'm just gonna be chill. So we chilling because we're not busy and stuff like that. But we start getting busy, and he still want to joke, and I start snapping. I'm like, bro, if you ain't gonna do the shit right, get the fuck out. Let me do it by myself. He looked at me weird, and then after the rush was over, I was all cool with him again. He was looking at me weird. I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, man, we can't be joking. People come here, they pay the money and stuff. They're expecting good stuff. They're expecting to look good. So we got to get it done. So I feel as if it's like a sense of like perfecting their craft, and they feel like if anybody's like a threat to it, then it's really not like a threat, but we kind of see it as if like if you're trying to like, if you're doing something that might fuck it up, we're gonna spaz on you. You feel me? So
100%. And that's a fact. And you're a perfectionist, like I said, and that's what comes with your art. That it is art. That's what comes with it. And you have to be a perfectionist. It's how Kobe. That's Mamba mentality. When I hear it, that sounds like Mamba mentality. I'm from LA. I'm diehard Kobe. And when I hear what you just said, that's Mamba mentality. It's like, bro, we can joke before the game, we can joke all you want, but when the game started, no, I'm not gonna put a smile on my face. And that's how I am
Right,
with my
right,
homeboys, bro. Like I'm not gonna, bro. This is war, and I don't mean that like, oh, we're gonna kill people, bro. But this is what we do, bro. So whatever you're
right.
into, it's a war. It's like no more smiling, no more joking. I know we just kicked it last night. We fucked some bitches last night. This is my story, but we both like But when it comes down to this what we do, you got to get serious. You have to get
Right.
serious, and if you're not as serious as me, then you can't be on my team. You can't be around me because you're gonna bring me down. And if you make me feel even bad about being serious, then I already know you're gone tonight. You're gone tonight because
For real,
bro,
for real.
this is a art what we
Because
love. Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to cut you off, but
Mm-hmm.
especially in my field, sometimes you really just get one try with a person. Because if your shit don't taste good, or if your shit's like off some way, that person's not gonna come back. Most like 9 times out of 10. I know I wouldn't. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell other people that your shit ain't good. So like not only they're not coming back, they telling people your shit not good. So like you just already losing clientele and you haven't even started. So like one thing Chef Sibo had told me, he's like, whenever you get your shot, make sure you kill it. Don't fuck it up. Because if you fuck it up, like I'm not saying your life is over, but like you kind of have to do like a whole do-over, man. Like you just fuck. Like if I go cook for Tom Brady right now, and he fucking gets his chicken like a little bit raw or it's not tasting right, I'm done for. Like my shot, like it's either gonna make you, it's either gonna kill you. You got to go through the door or you got to get kicked out. So like you just gotta take it serious at all times, especially when it's with your career, man. You gotta take it serious.
100%, 100%, 100%. And I like everything you just said. Is there anything you want to plug? And would you ever see yourself? Because I know I hit you up on I commented on one of your shit and you laughed at. But I was like, I was for real. I was like, yo, because your shit looks so bomb, bro. Pause, like the shit that you cook and shit. I'm like, god damn, I'll be hungry. Like, you know how they have like this shit that I just got into is called Freshly. I shouldn't even shout them out because they're not sponsoring me. Maybe we will. But like they do like weekly meal plans and shit. You ever think about doing shit like that, like mailing out
But
your?
yeah, for sure. Because I do meal preps right now for some people and stuff like that. They're not consistent people, so it's not good enough for me to be like, okay, cool, let me quit my job, anything. But if it was ever to get consistent, man, it's a good money maker. But anyway, I want to do that one day, but I just don't, I'm just starting, so I don't have the means to. But of course, I want to do that and stuff like that. I'll have the people, sign up for what they want that week or sign up for what they want that week. I'll just give them like a weekly menu, some stuff like that. Eventually be able to like.
Bro, that shit. I'm like, man. Sometimes you put that menu up, and I'll just get the same shit wherever the fuck I'm at. I'm like, oh, he mentioned chicken Alfredo. Shit, let me go get me some.
Yeah, man. That's crazy because when chicken Alfredo, I made chicken Alfredo like what? Like 2 times before I started selling, and both times it wasn't authentic. It was. I'm not saying I'm not gonna say on air that like I'm an authentic Alfredo maker because I'm not. Because if Italian whoever is Alfredo sauce sees this, they're gonna probably get on me. But anyway, my friend had came. They wanted me to make them like chicken Alfredo, and what they bought me like that ragu container. I ain't trying to shout them out either. But and I'm like, what the hell is this, man? I don't, I make my sauces from scratch. And he was like, man, just use the sauce. So they used it, blah, blah. And I'm saying this, I've never made Alfredo sauce from scratch. I just know, okay, that would have been a good opportunity for me to make it off of scratch. But it's cool. So my girl, I'm not gonna try to put her down, but she also uses that stuff. But she said she's also made it from scratch before. And Alfredo is like American kind of style of food. And we don't cook that at my house. We don't ever really do it. So I asked her, he's like, oh yeah, you just basically got to make a rule, and then boom. As soon as she started saying that, I'm like, okay, cool, I got you. She was like, but I ain't even finished. I'm like, nah, I got what you're saying. I follow now. So shit was going. She was the one who said I suggest I should sell plates as well, because at first I didn't even want to. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to get no trouble with nobody, because I'm like real careful and shit. So I'm like, cool. I started selling, and I put Alfredo pasta on the goddamn menu. first time I'm making it, man. I'm making the sauce. I don't even know if it's gonna come out right. I just got trust in, like, you know, my skills and stuff like that. And I served it, and everybody's saying it's gas, gas, gas. I promise you, the first day I sold it, I probably sold like 10 plates of Alfredos, which is really not that much compared to, like, you know, like restaurants. But for me, like, I was cooking at home, and people don't know. They think I'm using bottles. I'm making the sauce like every time fresh. I don't let it sit. Like, if I make 10 Alfredos, I'm making 10 fresh Alfredo sauce. Like, it's like from
You gotta
scratch
let
type
that be
thing.
known. Like that's
For
an
real.
art. That you're an artist. You have to let that be known. Yep. Mm-hmm.
For real. And my
Mm-hmm.
girl be like, she be wanting me to go quicker. And I'm like, I could try to go quicker, but I'm in a house kitchen. This kitchen is not made for me to be like selling food and shit. So like, but I think I do a little bit pretty quick. And sometimes people want delivery and stuff, which is cool and stuff, because, you know, I want the money. At the same time, it like slows me down because I gotta drive. Sometimes it be like 30 minutes. I gotta drive 30 minutes back, and I gotta order. So I be trying to tell them to be patient with me. You feel me? Because I'm making your shit fresh. I don't have it ready and then I just pull it out and plate it like
No.
them. You know, like most fast food restaurants. I'm not a fast food restaurant.
You're the one making it, and people gotta understand that. And like, I'm glad you said that because it tells everybody the complications with business a learning experience, bro. You gotta see what's profitable for you, what's time consuming, what's time efficient, what makes the most sense with time and money, shit like. And you're telling us all that. I appreciate that. But yeah, continue. Yeah.
But yeah, for real, it's just I would love to be able to, like, you know, mix, because some stuff they can be made ahead, but I can't really make stuff ahead because I'm not a restaurant. I'm not guaranteed customers, so I can't go ahead and make that ahead because I don't know if I'm gonna sell it. I can only make it when I know I've sold it, so I can't make it ahead. If I make it ahead, that's things like, you know, that's money going to waste. If I make it ahead and I don't sell it, that's money going to waste.
Mhm.
So, you know, I got to make everything for fresh. So
Mhm.
so yeah, that's how it is right now.
Bro, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I hope next time when we get the chance, and I do feel there's gonna be a next time because
Oh, for sure, for sure, for
yeah,
sure, man.
yeah, we could do a little cookie show. And you should do that on your own too, like the way you do your Instagram and shit, bro. I'm like, I never even realized I'm a foodie. Everybody could tell by my face during the quarantine I became a foodie, bro. I gained 20 pounds, bro. I'm okay with that. I'll lose it when the fuck I feel like it. You heard me? I'll lose it when the fuck I feel like it. I'm an athlete. I got muscle memory. But anyways, I'm eating
Yeah,
the fuck up right now. So when I see your fucking page, I'm like, God damn, this shit looks delicious. So I want to give
yeah,
you credit
appreciate
for
it,
that.
appreciate
You're
it,
my favorite chef on Instagram. I don't even know how I
appreciate that.
followed you. It just came across as the universe. You got anything else you want to plug to the people one time?
Uh, Before I do that, my girl right there, I think she want to say hi,
Yeah,
cause yeah,
yeah. You got a
come out.
queen.
Oh my god. I'm gonna grow. Hi.
Hi. You're a
How
queen
you
to
doing?
him. You're a queen to him.
I know, I know.
You helping him. And he mentioned you 3 times. I'm like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, that's a queen because that's what people need. Black men, any man, white men, minority men, like people like me, I need a queen like that because you got to support your man and you believe in him. And I feel like you are helping this man like achieve his dreams. So could we see you or no?
Thank you so
She
much.
said,
Sorry, I look a little
No worries. I
uncomfortable.
understand. Like girls like that. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I love you guys' relationship too. Y'all should showcase that more too. Showcase your
oh yeah, yeah.
that love. Yeah.
Probably if we did that, it'd probably be on her TikTok.
Word. I'm already causing problems over here. I feel like I'm causing problems right now.
Nah, you should, you should. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If I had any last thing to say, if I'm being myself and knowing who I am, it really just be, you know, telling people, you know, to chase their dreams, you know, to uplift those around them, to help each other and shit like that. Cause I feel like the whole purpose of the world, man, is to help people. I feel like the world would be a whole better place if people see others before they see themselves, you know, put others before themselves. If everybody do that, nobody can get left behind. But I know it's not a perfect world, but yeah, you know, just elevate above hate, you know, elevate above anything trying to keep you down and, you know, keep pushing towards your dream.
Appreciate you, bro. Elevate above hate. That's your motto, and we live by that. Shout out to your queen. Shout out to you. Thank you for doing the podcast, episode 2.
Nah, man,
That we doing
appreciate you
too.
for having me on.
No problem, man. And we'll do a segment, and I'm gonna try to cook with you next time. I'll be like, yo, show me this.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll like get the same ingredients or some shit. We'll do something like that. I'll be dope.
100%, 100%. Thank you so much, bro. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. You in Florida, so it's 9 p.m. over there, huh? It's 6 o'clock over here. It's like 9:14.
Yeah, it's like 9:14 over here. Yeah.
That's what's up. And we appreciate you and your queen. Shout out to everybody. And thank you for joining us. I'm gonna DM you right after this. Thank you for joining us on the podcast, man.
I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Love, man. I'm gonna hit you up in the DM for sure.
Yes, sir.
Peace.